Albuquerque. $116,000. Holy crap, that's awesome. Ooh, we could haul a boat. I've never hauled a boat before. Hey, Eternal, what's up, dude? How much time is left? 23 out, yeah. Let's go pick up a boat. That sounds awesome. Window shopping for computer parts? Nice. I'll probably do that in a couple of years. There we go. What is it, I? Yeah. That'll be nice, dude. It's always nice when you get a good computer upgrade. You know, going from a spinning disk to a solid state, or going from like a 3rd generation i5 to like a 6th generation i7. You're just like, ah, this feels amazing. Going from 8 gigs of RAM to like 32 gigs. You're just like, why haven't I been doing this the whole time? So yeah, an FX 6300 to a Ryzen 5, yeah, that's gonna feel really good. Two terabytes of solid state storage. I don't know. I'm still not sold on you know, crap tons of solid state. Maybe I'll do that on my next machine though. Maybe I'll get like a 512 gig NVMe and then like a 2 terabyte solid state. Yeah, for like Steam or Origin or whatever. Yeah, if you can, if the motherboard and your price that you can get supports an NVMe M.2 drive, I would get that for your operating system. Because that's even better than solid states. Those things are sick. Because then they don't interface with your SATA port. They communicate directly with the motherboard. Bypass the SATA controller completely. You'll have to let me know how it works when you get it. $130 for a 1 terabyte NVMe drive? Yeah, that's pretty good. Solid state drives have come down in price way faster than I anticipated. I think it's primarily because of the quick acceptance of the drive. Like, it didn't take long for people in the know to basically just be like, yeah, there's no going back. And so the demand's going way, way up. Alright, yeah, let's take the boat. Where's this boat at? Oh, there it is. So yeah, if the price difference between a regular solid state and an NVMe is like 30 or 40 bucks, I'd be all like, dude, worth to get the faster one. Nice. Alright. Let's look at the map real quick. I'm gonna need... Oh my god, it's gonna take me 32 hours to get there. I think I'm gonna need to crash in Vegas. So let's assume I'm gonna need to sleep right outside of Vegas. So we'll put a marker. Hello? Put a marker here. Actually, we'll move it back a little. Let's put it there. All right. Oh, gross. What did they say was wrong with it, Mom? Yeah, the downside of solid state drives having limited number of read writes. That's a lot of people that state that is the biggest downside for them totally forget to mention that the current limitation of read writes is like 2.5 to 3 times the current limitation of standard spinning drives. So you're like, that's not really a downside. It's extending the life by 2 to 3 times. Oh yeah, dude, it's insane. Well, that's a bummer, Mom. I'm sorry it wound up like that. Guess who gets to set it up for her again? Yay! Call Glennis. It'd be nice if they updated the GPS so it told you the distance until the next change, kind of like real GPS does. Like it tells you the distance to your destination and the length of time to that, but it doesn't tell you the distance to like when you're gonna make your next turn. What time is it? 2:40 in the morning? Okay. We'll see daytime before we have to go to bed. I don't have to sleep for like, what, 13 hours? Yeah, 12 and a half. Oh no, I do want to exit. Okay. Maybe there's a GPS mod for that. I'll have to look it up. Oh yeah, the people who just it's just the people who say that SSDs are bad that harp on a lot of the downsides of SSDs, because the downsides are almost zero when you come right down to it. Like currently the only major downside is the price difference, and even then the price difference is insignificant compared to what it used to be. Forgot I have my windshield wipers on. Whoops. What, a spinning disc? Can a spinning disc last longer? No. Okay, he was just pulled over. Thought it was in the road. There's no way a spinning disc is going to outlive a an SSD. That just ain't going to happen. I mean, if you got like the highest end spinning disc on the market and the crappiest SSD, then maybe. But no. Dollar for dollar, it's just not going to happen. We also have to keep in mind those retro 90s computers that still boot. They've probably been sitting in someone's closet for 10 years. So it's not like they've been running for 30 years, necessarily. They may have ran for 10 years, then got replaced with something else and stuck in a closet, and then someone went and pulled it out and plugged it in. And at that point, it doesn't have any less or any more wear time than its on time. They don't have a shelf life. Sorry, I almost drove that guy off the road. Whoa. Good, it's starting to brighten up now. Awesome. Good. I forgot way stations were a thing. Whoops. Too much multiplayer, I guess. Driver's leveled up. I need to check their leveling up status. Hold on. Driver manager. Balanced, balanced, balanced. He's focused on hazardous. He's focused on long distance. This guy needs to be focused on hazardous. And y'all need to be on hazardous. The guy up here that was hazardous, you need to be back on balanced. There we go, because you're going to need to get some long distance under your belt. Okay. Perfect. Hey, Hasty, what's up, dude? You've got some long distance under your belt. Gross. He's talking about his penis. Just got back from a day trip. Awesome. Spent the day in Toronto. That sounds like a major Canadian city. By golly, you're right. I'm really bad with Canadian geography. Is that the one that's like across the border from Detroit? Kind of. Like around Detroit, Buffalo, New York kind of area? Which Canadian city is that? I know Vancouver's on the west coast, right? That's the one over like north of Seattle. Watch, I'd be wrong on that one too. I don't know. I thought Ottawa was a state. Is Ottawa a city? Or whatever they call Canadian states? Province? Ontario is the province. Oh, okay. Yeah, by Buffalo? Okay, cool. That's the one I was thinking of then. I was confusing Ottawa with the name of a province, so I'm pretty confident that was not what I was thinking of. The only two Canadian cities I can immediately think of are Toronto and Vancouver. I can't for the life of me name another one. If you paid me. Canada City? I don't know. Sounds stupid. Edmonton? Oh yeah? Okay, that's right. See, if you name a couple, I'd be all like, oh yeah. Calgary. Okay. Yeah, I should have known Calgary. Oh, you're Canadian too, Eternal? Awesome. Winnipeg, yeah. That's all you got? Okay, that's fair. What's the national capital? Montreal, okay. Oh no. Maybe Mom was just naming cities. I don't know. Yes, okay. The national capital is Ottawa. Okay. Canada, weird, man. They got like snow there. I don't get it. God, when did it snow here last?
A few years ago.
Oh yeah, like 2 years ago.
Or that
It was
just got married, I think.
it was it was right after we bought the Prius. Because I remember I have a picture of snow on the Prius. You've been binge watching the Canadians on YouTube? Is that like a on YouTube? Is that like a YouTube show or it just rains? Well, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, it hardly ever snows up there. They get so much, I mean, it gets cold enough for snow, but it's the rain just comes down on its own. How do Americans deal with snow? Do y'all just crash and stuff? In South Texas, yes. We get snow about once a decade, maybe once every 15 years, give or take. And yeah, when it snows down here, people just crash into each other. But I mean, nobody in their right mind knows how to drive in snow. It doesn't matter where you're from. You desire to live in South Texas? It's nice, I like it. I don't think it matters where you live. Most people in that area don't know how to drive in snow. Even people that live in the north, where it snows like for 4 months out of the year, and they've lived there for 30 years, they still don't know how to drive in the snow. I drove on ice a couple years ago. That was interesting. Not something I would actively seek to do, but You want to spend a weekend in Chinatown? That's not very specific. Which Chinatown are you talking about? There's a lot of cities with a Chinatown. Oh, any of them. Okay. Yeah, we've got the closest we have in my city is a couple of Asian markets, and whoa, Jesus, how did I turn that hard? Sorry, goodness. Um, Everyone we've been in has been really cool. Like we always feel really awkward going into a Chinese market or a Middle Eastern market or something like that because they'll be the regulars there and they're all speaking in whatever their native language is, so they'll be speaking in Mandarin or Cantonese. I don't know which one. I guess Mandarin, right? Cantonese isn't the official language of China. Or they'll be speaking in, I'm assuming, Arabic in the Middle Eastern markets. And you always feel like you're out of place, but every time I've gone there, it's just been like, hey, I'm looking for this, and they're like, oh yeah, cool, here it is, bam. They're like super excited. I guess it's the whole like they're really excited that people are interested in their culture, even if it's just culinary wise. Looks like we're gonna have to take a right-hand turn here. Well, in the United States, to sell a product, to sell a food product in the U.S., the label has to have English on it somewhere. So it can be like a traditionally Chinese product, but the nutritional information has to be in English. So you can see ingredients and like calories and fat grams and nutrients and stuff is all in English. So that's the one beneficial side there. But it's like the only place you can get certain ingredients. Like that, what was that stuff called? Gochujang paste or whatever?
Hold on. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What?
What was that South Korean paste we had to get?
The
Gochujang, I think. Yeah. Like you would not be able to find gochujang anywhere in town except at the Asian market. And that stuff is so good. I can take you to this. That seems like an awful waste of airfare, Hasty. I'm gonna fly down there just to go to this Asian market. I'm pretty sure you could find one close to where you live that you don't have to fly internationally to go to. Well, okay, yeah, that's fair. Should just come to PAX next time. We could take you to Buc-ee's. Holy crap, Buc-ee's is amazing. It's normally at the end of January. Yeah, yeah. It's like a 3-day period near the end of January. Not in 2020, but 2021 is when we'll probably try to go. You're out of leave days until April 1st? Okay. We'll see then it works out. Oh, thank you. Have I been really good, actually? We had a bad, 2 weeks at work, but I think we're back under control now. Is this Vegas? Hey, it is Vegas. Perfect. How have you been, Hasty? Bah. That's excellent news. Oops. I hit the wrong button. You're about to start some courses that last about 2 months. Courses in the military or courses college-wise? Military courses. Okay. Trying to get some specializations or something? Convoys, gotcha. You can start driving a truck? That's really close to my keyboard. Okay. Damn, that's a long time in training. I like this road mod I downloaded. You only joined in February, so what, a year and a half of training? For convoy? Seems like a long school period. I think most of the schools my brother was in were like 6 to 9 months. Oh, that is right-hand turn only. Whoops. Although I could be totally wrong. Oh, there's a waiting period. Okay, gotcha. Welcome, new followers. Ugh, too fast. Okay. Should have cut that a little better. Go up on the curb there. Bonk. That's okay. Why is there a yield sign to get onto the freeway? That's so weird. Alright, we're good. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Definitely couldn't have done that at 65, though. Just finish like top of your class. Then you can use your influence as the most impressive student to like request a specific posting. Doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. Well, I'm getting sleepy. 2 hours. Where's my, Oh, I'm not far off, okay. Looks like I'll sleep here, and then I'll need to sleep once more before I get to my destination. In Aberdeen. Makes me feel like we're driving to Scotland. You can set preferences? Okay. Where you're like, if there's an opening, send me here. Nobody's trying to brake check you and sue for damages? Unrealistic. Give it time. Somebody will pull in front of me and just slam on the brakes for no reason. The AI in this game is, subpar. It's good, but it definitely makes some questionable decisions sometimes. Yeah, we'll go ahead and stop here. Yeah, I remember that too. It was so much easier than trying to figure out how to get the load into the gas station I was at. I was just like, you know what? Screw it. There's no punishment for disconnecting my load in the middle of the road. Like, what are they gonna do? Bonk. Dude, I have cars do that all the time to me in real life. Eternal. Down in our downtown area here in my town, there's a lot of 2-lane one-way roads where both lanes are going the same direction. There's no lane going the opposite way. None whatsoever. So I'll be in the left-hand lane because I know I need to turn left coming up, and somebody in the right-hand lane will turn left right in front of me. That's frustrating. And of course, I always honk at them, and they look at me like I'm crazy. Plus, why are we stopped here? What's going on? What is this truck doing? Yeah, it's an 18-wheeler. That dude was driving like 35. I don't get it. How heavy is my load, by the way? Oh, it's only 7 tons. Okay. That's nothing. £7,000? No. It's 14,000. One ton is 2,000 pounds. Yes, there you go. You got it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn right here, since I've never actually painted this road. Let's paint this road. An American ton or an everywhere else ton? Well, if it's pounds, then it's American. We're not measuring in that fancy kg stuff. That's what they measure drugs in. This here is a boat. You know, drugs. Trailer damage 2. No. So what would you call that, Hasty? 6.25 ton, basically? I mean, just over, but... That's at least 2 milk. That's what you'd call it? Okay. Canada and all y'all's weird bagged milk. Get out of here with that. Gotta get your own pitcher and everything. Two milk is at least 8 liters. Yeah, that sounds right. I bet you're not even going to stop and help your buddy, highway patrolman. Oh, that guy just pulled over another trucker. Never mind, don't help him. You have at least 8 liters of boat? You know, I cannot argue this fact. See, I was slowing down and everything. They don't care. Guess I shouldn't have pulled in front of that state trooper. He was all sorts of butthurt. And there he goes. Oh. He'd be more butthurt if I rammed him. You know, I think the legal term for that is boop. You gotta boop him. Boop. Yeah, just boop him. I say that to Cappy when we're in traffic sometimes. We pull up behind a cop, and I'm like, I'm gonna boop him. And she's like, you better not. I don't think she'd be down with that. How much time do I have? 11 hours? Let's look at my trip real quick. Looks like I need to take a break between Bend and Eugene. So it looks like I need to break here. Okay. That seems reasonable. I should be able to make that. Cappy not down with booping? Not a cop. Cappy not down with booping anybody, really. How unreasonable of her. Yeah, I just said it was unreasonable that you won't let me boop a cop.
Oh, yeah, how dare I?
Oh, Mom booped a doggo. That's true, you did. I'm sorry you had to do that. Did that doggo run out in front of you, or? Yeah. Well, I didn't expect, like, you drove up onto the sidewalk or anything. You're like, there was a dog there, and I was all like, ha, I got you. I'm sure when you said that the dog was okay, that it was basically one of those. The dog ran out in front of you, you saw it, slammed on your brakes, and probably hit the dog doing like 15. So it just like made the dog roll, and then he got up and ran off. But it was hard enough to damage your car. So obviously it was a good sized dog. That dog's not going to run out into the street nearly as often anymore. It was a white lab? Okay. Yeah, that couldn't have been fun regardless, though. I know, I ended up, it was a long time ago. Like 10 or 12 years ago, I hit a cat on the freeway. Ugh. It's very unpleasant. Now we're in uncharted territory for me. I don't think I've driven any of these roads now. It's all new. Oh, here comes a truck, I think. Oh no. It's one of these. Man, there are more highway patrol cars in this game. Jesus. Country music intensifies. What's up, Rolicious? How you been, man? Did you see that thing Cody threw together for our old D&D campaign? That looked pretty slick. Everything's been going good over here. How'd the whole Airbnb thing go last PAX? Pretty well, all things considered. I think if we do it again, we'll make a couple of adjustments. Like, I think we got the Airbnb with 15 people. And 2 people had to sleep in the common areas of the house on like couches that were there. And the problem with that was that some people don't go to bed until 2 or 3 in the morning, and they're up playing video games and whatnot. And maybe the person stuck in the common area wants to go to bed at like midnight, and now they can't. In addition, I get up pretty early. So I would get up and go down to a common area, and somebody would be sleeping, And I would just, I wasn't going to wake them up or anything. I just sat there and, like, played on my phone, but it also makes it uncomfortable because when they do wake up, there's going to be, like, 4 people hanging out, like, 10 feet away from them. And they're, like, rolling out of bed looking like crap. So I think next time we do it, we're going to try to get it so that all the sleep, for the number of people who are there, all the sleeping areas are separate from the common areas.
I think it would be better to stay further away if it meant getting a bigger place, even if we have to Uber to the convention
No,
center.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
If we have to get 2 or 3 of us to drive over there or Uber over there, getting a bit further away from the convention center would be beneficial because it'll be less expensive and we'll probably be able to get a bigger place. The place was fine. That wasn't really a problem, but it did lead to some awkward situations. So I think if we go for like 15 people next time, we'll probably try to find a place that can house like 18 people, so we have some breathing room. Oh no, there wasn't any specific situations. It was just, one person slept in the living room. And if everybody was awake at 3 in the morning wanting to do stuff, he couldn't go to bed. And then I woke up at like 6:30. That's the extent of it. It wasn't like, oh my god, you won't believe Creed saw my balls. It wasn't anything like that. No drama, don't get your hopes up. Oh, I cannot do that. I'm just gonna be taking that voice clip. Nice. That's funny, you could make that a voice clip and send it to him and he would not be surprised in the slightest. He'd be like, yeah, it sounds like Matt. I should make that a log. Oh my god, Creed saw my balls. I don't know if there were a lot of pictures taken. There were some pictures taken. Like, we touched butts. Me, Creed, and Cody. And there's pictures of that. I think everybody took a picture with Mindy. Mindy was the last to pay for her half of the Airbnb. Slacker. I say her half, her share, but you know what I mean. We learned a lot from this last PAX and how to do it better next time. Nothing was really wrong, it was just, there were some awkward times, like 6 o'clock at night and we hadn't discussed what we were doing for food yet for dinner. I was all like, we need to like plan this out ahead of time so that there's not this confusion about, are we cooking something? Are we ordering in? Are we all leaving to go somewhere to eat? Is it a feed yourself kind of night where everybody gets their own food? Pizza till we get sick? We did a pizza night once, I think. It wasn't planned. Pizza till we get sick, so like once, maybe twice. That's fair. Yeah, we'll probably. Are you a member of the PAX Discord channel? We'll probably start planning that sometime after the tickets go on sale. Because as soon as the tickets go on sale, we'll buy tickets, and then we very, very quickly after that figure out where we're staying. You know, within a week, we want to have that on lock. Because the longer you wait on that, the less likely you are to find a place and the more expensive they're going to be. I'll send you an invite to get into this one again. We had a little D&D one-shot, but the planning on that was poorly done. So, like, we didn't get started on that till like 9 o'clock at night.
On the last day.
Yeah, on like the second of the last. I think it was the second of the last day.
Well, everyone was leaving the next morning. Whatever, I think.
OGs, yeah. OGs indeed. It was well done, but like if we're gonna do another D&D one shot again, we need to start. We need to like, that needs to be the pizza night, where we order pizza to be there at like 6, and we start playing D&D at like 6. So if it takes like 5 or 6 hours, you know. I'm an old man. I can't stay up until 2 a.m. anymore. I start getting tired at 10 o'clock. I'm going to be falling asleep in my chair at like 11:30. I can't hang with these youngins. You go to bed at like 10:30? Yeah. Same. I can go and lay down around 10-ish. 10 to 10:30, and then I'll like watch YouTube in bed for like 30 or 45 minutes and then go to sleep. But no, I mean, for you, that's different. You probably wake up at like 5 a.m., right? Somewhere around there? Yeah, see, I have all my alarms set up to wake me up at 6. And I've been waking up at 6 a.m. for probably going on 20 years, almost. So at this point, you know, even if I don't set an alarm, I wake I wake up myself up at about 6:30ish. Remember texting me in the morning when you were at graveyard? Yeah. Hey man, what's up? Hey, just woke up, getting ready for work. 4 more hours until I start passing out. So hopefully my marked stop will be soon. I think it was right before Eugene, or right after Eugene. But basically, once I hit Oregon, it'll be coming up pretty shortly. Man, I cannot wait for them to add Texas. It's gonna be so good. Yeah, I start getting pretty excited right around the time the tickets go on sale, because then it's more real, you know? That's when we've got the dates. Oh, Jack made me 14,000. Nice. It becomes reality exactly. I'm gonna need a soft, like, right after the tickets go on sale, I'm gonna request, like, I need like a 5-day grace period where everybody needs to tell me if they're going or not. That way we can determine how big of a place we need to pay for. The vast majority of people will be ordering their tickets in the first couple of days after they become available, so... Or at the very least, they know they will be buying tickets. Where's my rest stop? Oh goodness, I'm not gonna make it that far. Jeebus, where did I mark? Oh god, no way. Alright, let's... I think this is probably what we're gonna do. Remind me, if you're gonna be here until the end of the stream, which is in like 2 hours, remind me to send you an invite on Discord. Or send me a notification in Discord. Send me a PM in Discord right now, and then I'll see it when I'm quitting. Cool, thanks, man. Snow zone. What is this? Oh, Jesus. That's a rough accident. Pull in at the what? Pull in at the inspection station. Wah wah. That's okay, I need to rest anyway, so this works for me. Hey, there we go. be delivering my load in 9.5 hours, and I don't have to rest for another 13, so we're good. I hope when they get around to adding Texas, they'll increase the top speed for trucks. Because here they can drive 75 most places. No idea what that sign said. I keep moving my mouse and it gets too close to my keyboard, and then I keep bumping it with my hand. I think I saw a car coming. Apparently not. Awesome. I'm so good at this game. Hey, a sign for Ontario. Neat. Car Zone. What a great name for a company. Get in the zone. Car Zone. For some reason it doesn't have the same ring to it. Ah, crud, this right-hand lane is ending. Woo! Hey, milk. Exactly what Hasty was talking about a little while ago. At least 8 liters. Minimum. Slowly but surely, we're getting around all these other trucks. How's everyone else's weekend been going? Wednesday is food day? What do you mean by that? Ah, gotcha. So you're living off of like mac and cheese right now and ramen? Peanut butter sandwiches. Aha, I see. Factoring in the cost of a new computer is going to be like, you're going to do it piecemeal, a few pieces a month kind of deal. That's pretty smart. That way you don't have to hit your budget so hard all at once. What the hell? Some guy literally ran his light and ran into me. That's not fair. I didn't have a stop sign at all. How is that my fault? That's one thing I wish they'd work on this game is sometimes the AI crashes into you and you get punished for it. That's not very fetch. You can spend 300 on PC parts without killing yourself. Honestly, I would get the CPU last. I would save the CPU and the GPU for the very two last items. That way, if it turns out that prices take a big nosedive 3 or 4 months down the road, you can possibly get a better processor or a better video card for the same amount of money. Get all the other components first, like the case, the power supply, hard drive, stuff that's not really going to fluctuate that crazily. Or even if it did, it wouldn't have as big of an impact on the performance of your computer. Also, you're going to have Cyber Monday coming up in a month and a half. You'll probably get some killer deals on Amazon for your processor and your video card at that time. Oh, okay, that's fair. hell are you guys? See, look at this. What are they doing? It's down to CPU and RAM. Okay. Yeah, then get the RAM first, I would say. Price differences in RAM aren't really gonna make that big of a deal. But let's say in November your processor goes down in price by $100. Now you can buy a processor that would normally have been $100 more expensive, but it's now the same price you already factored. Better processor. Building a computer. Let's not save money on parts when the price goes down. When the price goes down, let's buy something more expensive, because now it's the same price we already factored. Yeah, definitely go for the newer one if you can. You're right. Wait, the Ryzen 9 3950X is coming out. What was the 3600? Was that a 5 or a 7? It was a 5. Yeah, then the 9's not going to affect its price. If it was a 7, I would say it might. Does your motherboard support Ryzen 7? There is a chance that the 9 could affect the price of the 7s. Maybe push them down to an affordable range. The chance is pretty small. And yeah, if you're only down to 2 parts left, I would definitely put the video card off till last. And I doubt you want to add an additional month into waiting to get your computer, so Yeah, I don't overclock at all either. I've always been of the mindset that if you want a faster processor, you should just buy the higher end processor rather than overclocking the lower end processor. I've overclocked once or twice, and it never ended up being that good. So hey, what's up, Two Talon? Yeah, he has a 6300 and he's going to a Ryzen 5, yeah. You're grinding in Destiny? Oh no, he's not using the same motherboard. But he's already purchased the motherboard for his computer. I was just trying to check with him to see if the motherboard he purchased that does support a Ryzen 5 also supports the 7s. Because that could be something later on down the road if you find your processor being a hindrance for you, you could always just swap to a 7. You know, I've noticed that more and more desktop motherboards are coming with Wi-Fi on them. I don't know, that's really weird. I'm still of the old school of like, I don't understand putting Wi-Fi on a desktop. I don't understand computer cases not having optical drive slots anymore. It's new stuff that I'm still not used to yet. It's like when we went to go build Cappy's computer, I was like, where's the CD drive go? And they're like, we don't have any cases here that support CD drives anymore. And I was like, what? I don't get it. It wasn't a deal breaker or anything. It was just, it was a change I had not seen coming. And I wasn't aware of. Like they still sell software on CD. Wait, the Wi-Fi on that motherboard is an M2 device? Like, it takes up one of the M2 slots? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you want that at all? It sounds terrible. Things are changing and I'm scared. Oh, okay. I give people such a hard time at work when they call me and they're like, hey, I bought a new printer and it's wireless. Can you hook it up for me? And I'm like, how far is the printer from your computer? Oh, I don't know, like 3 feet. I'm like, why is it wireless? Plug it in. You could have saved yourself like $30 or $40 on the price of the printer. And we don't have the hassle of hooking it up to wireless. Oh, but now there's no cord. You still gotta plug it into power. I don't get it. Wireless on a desktop, I could see the convenience in certain places. My only surprise is that it's in how prevalent it's become. Like, I always thought of it as more of a niche kind of thing. Like, oh, my router is downstairs and my desktop computer is upstairs. I don't want to have to run a cable from downstairs to upstairs. Okay, yeah, I could see doing wireless on that. But now, like, I don't know, half of the motherboards are wireless now? I was like, wow. It's a new age fangledy stuff this old folks don't get. I mean, I get the technology, I just don't get the convenience. You know, wired connections are better. They just are. So, running a cable is going to be superior. Well, see, yeah, that's fine. Wireless for phones? Your phone doesn't hook up to your computer via the wireless network card, though. Even if your phone hooked up to your computer wirelessly, it would be Bluetooth. But then your phone doesn't charge. If you want to project to your PC, I don't understand. Run that by me. What are you projecting off of your phone to your PC? Does your computer not have, like, what? Using the PC as a display output for the phone. I guess. I guess I could kind of see the convenience in that. You still have to use the phone for controls, though, right? I was just, the only thing that came to mind was like, now if I'm browsing a website on my phone, I can tell it to go to the computer. And I'm like, couldn't you just browse the website on your computer? Okay. I could see that being done over Wi-Fi, yeah. But you can't do that, well, it's just more convenient Wi-Fi. No, I get that. Okay. Where am I delivering to? Oh, I am delivering to Aberdeen. Okay. I guess this makes sense that I've been following the signs to Aberdeen then. Did not think that's where we were taking it. Truck. Truck, go! 60 miles an hour, you're driving 30. What are you doing? Yeah, no, I got you there, Eternal. Hello. No. There's an unexpected event on your route. Why do they do this so often now? I'm just gonna go around, screw it. It seems like way more common than not having your entire route cut off. Now your just entire route's always cut off. I actually find it more annoying. If the percentage chance was like 10 or 15%, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But it seems like the percentage chance is like 85. This thing happens all the time. Yeah, honestly, I'd rather take the $900 ticket than go all the way, because that would have taken me this way, and I would have driven all the way around here. Luckily, the AI almost never crashes into itself. All of these events with like wrecked cars on the side of the road, these are all manually they're like procedurally generated by the game. They're just like, oh, let's put an accident here. Boom, crashed cars. It's not the AI like interacting with itself, unfortunately. That would be sweet. This is neat. Like a mesh roadway. Looks like I need to take a left up ahead. So I could, in theory, do this number. I cannot see the lights. There we go. Ooh, I'm 24 hours ahead of schedule. Nice. Alright, where am I dropping this off? Right here, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the... Let's go park this sucker right here. Awesome. Hey, I leveled up. Let's go into fragile. I think we'll just go back and forth between high value and fragile till we fill it up. Excellent. All right, what are we looking at around here for gas? Oh, there's gas right here and a rest stop right there. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Sorry, buddy. Oh, I forgot the rest stop. Crap. I'm gonna have to go back. Alright, we'll fill up on gas first then. Whoops. Whoops. Just kidding. I'm also gonna have to fix my truck soon. Take a left and then a right. Okay. Hey man, don't worry about me. No explanation needed on my end. Alright, let's look at my drivers again. Balanced, balanced. You don't need long distance anymore. You can go back to balanced. Okay, cool. Actually, you should be balanced. Hazardous cargo, yes. Hazardous cargo, yes. Perfect. Alright. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it here for tonight, everybody. I have a slightly shorter than normal stream, but not by too much. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I very much appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow.